up, everybody? Welcome to the 18th episode of the Miss the Bus Podcast Weekly Show. I'm one of your hosts, Matt, joined today by Tyler, Omar, and a very special happy birthday to Bailey. Everybody give her a
happy
birthday.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, so
42.
as I said, this is the weekly show. We're going to get into some news, but before I do, if you like what we do, you can find us on iTunes. Please subscribe to us at Miss the Bus. Give us 5 stars. That's what we want. That's what you're going to give us. Anything less is unacceptable. Leave a review. We'll read it out on the show. If you don't have an Apple iPhone or you just hate iTunes for some reason, we're also on Google Play Store.
I'm happy you said the fucking
Stitcher,
Apple iPhone.
The Apple iPhone. You can't get them confused. We're on Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Spotify, the big man won't accept us. That's fine. We've moved past it. One day we'll stop bringing it up. And on social media, you can follow us at Miss the Bus Pod on Twitter, search Miss the Bus on Facebook, and follow our page. And on Instagram, Miss the Bus Pod. People are raving about our Instagram. They're saying it's the best Instagram there's been.
Instagram themselves have reached out and been like, you know what, you've changed the game.
Said, all you young people taking selfies and doing that, you look up to Miss the Bus. That's what you should be doing on Instagram.
Yep.
Quality stuff.
That wouldn't even make sense because it would be like, stop taking selfies and just post movie posters.
Exactly. That's what they want.
But they
want copyrighted pictures being posted all over.
You know, it's all about the caption, and I feel like we've honed in on how to perfect it.
I agree with that. All right, so this is the weekly show. We know we're not your premium source of video game, television, and movie news, but fuck, dang it, we're going to try to be anyway.
Wow.
You got to do something different there. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. We're going to get into the big meat first. This is the part of the show where the four of us bring a big story from the week to the table to rant, rave, howl, or debate. We're going to get into the biggest thing first. Everybody's been anxiously awaiting for this. Tyler's going to start us off with Smash Ultimate.
Oh. Yeah, so on, what was it? It was a few days ago. It was in the middle of the week.
It was Wednesday, I believe. Early as fucking morning.
Literally.
It was very early. It was 9 o'clock here, but in a place like California, it was 7 a.m. They had another Nintendo Direct that just focused on Smash. Basically, they started off by revealing 2 Castlevania characters. One being Simon Belmont, the other is Richter, who is an Echo character of Simon. And then they showed... Why are you shaking your head?
Because I genuinely like the Castlevania stuff. They've added so much.
Is
really
Bailey
cool.
the only one at this table that's watched the Castlevania Netflix anime too?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks so cool, though.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I honestly don't know why I haven't watched it yet. Because it's
oh my god, I've told
short.
you so many times.
But yeah, so it is really cool that they're going to be in Smash. It's
Yeah.
probably been a long time coming.
And they have like a stage too. And
well, that's
everything.
what I like so much.
Yeah.
Like,
and the
out
stage
of all of it,
has
it
a
looks
bunch
so
of
cool.
different bosses from the whole Castlevania series, which is cool. If you're into that in Smash, we're probably just going to turn them off because, well, you'll get into that too.
And then for the other characters, they showed Dark Samus, which is an Echo character of Samus, and then Chrom, who's an Echo character of Roy, but he kind of seems like he's a mixture of Roy and
how many Fire Emblem characters are we up to now? Like 12?
Like 25. And then for the last character they revealed was King K. Rool, which he's just as big of a deal as Ridley, because they always said they wouldn't add him because he's too big.
So Sakurai, are really listening to fans? How long until we get Waluigi in
I don't know. Well, they had those purple and yellow chairs in the background of the Direct, so...
You think that was a sign?
It was to fuck with us, I'm sure.
It seems too... It's too on the nose. There's no way he wasn't doing that.
And then...
Although, wait... I mean, wouldn't that be more Wario's colors, though?
It is, yeah, because Waluigi's really just purple.
He's purple,
but
he's
pretty much.
I thought it was just purple and dark purple.
We'll call it, because
overall.
It's like 2 different colored purples.
Yeah. But then they showed other stuff too. They announced there's 103 stages, not counting the fact that you can make them Omega and Battlefield stages, and then they showed 800 compositions of music or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it'll take over an entire day to just, if you throw it in that MP3 mode and just put it in your purse or your pocket.
And then they showed more assist trophies.
Well, that was what they showed in the thing, so that's why I was going up.
Yeah, but then more assist trophies like Shovel Knight, so he's not going to be a character, and I don't know.
Kind of surprising, Shovel Knight. I thought that was almost like a shoe-in.
The coolest thing about this Direct, though, was that they showed that there's little things, how you can preset the rules to stock. The other game modes they're adding again, like tournament and how classic is going to be. It's just all sorts of cool stuff. I mean, you can go on YouTube and just watch the Direct. It's only 25 minutes, but everything they added is you can tell Sakurai really cares, and it's all little differences to just make the game that much better. And
right.
I'm sure we're going to get more Directs over the next couple months too. So, yeah, it looks fucking cool.
Yeah, and hopefully they just keep fucking, like you said. I'm sure we're gonna get a lot more, and because it's just typical of, let's say, the Smash rollouts always go. It's like they're always announcing this stuff.
Yeah, because
all the way up
keeps
to
you
it.
interested if they do something like this every month. It's just, I don't know, because they announce everything for the game before the game comes out, so they have to do these. So
Do you guys ever get bummed about that? Like, I guess I was too young to remember, but like with Melee, did we know all the characters? Like,
No.
wasn't the biggest like secret in that like Mr. Game and Watch? That was the last one. You get.
well,
Like,
actually-
I wonder if all those were announced before. I honestly
I don't
have no
even know
idea.
because I was too young.
Right, that's the thing. For me, it was just like just unlocking them as I go, and I feel like that was like a cool mystery. But I guess that if they didn't do these announcements, they would just leak anyway.
Yeah,
so.
Brawl was the one where I researched it every week on like the Smash Dojo website.
Right, I
And
remember
that's-
that. I was on there too.
Yeah, I did that, and then same thing with the Wii U one. They just posted stuff on the website every day, and I would always just check it every morning. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I can't wait for it. I think it's definitely shaping up to just be the craziest Smash Bros. Ever. And
It is the definitive edition.
It will. Do you think we get more
DLC?
Smash Brothers? No, like we're gonna get DLC but-
Afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, like this is gonna be like the entirety of the Switch. I'm sure.
I think-
and I guess we're definitely gonna get more. But do you think Sakurai is gonna be involved after this?
No,
This is it.
I don't see
This is
why.
his-
I
this
don't
is
see
shebang.
why he would want to.
Me neither.
This game, I think it's called Ultimate because it's the Ultimate Edition of him. This is his last. I mean, he hasn't said it's his last, but I don't see how he could even would
What is
want
he?
to
He's
try
like
and top
40.
it. He's 46, but the way, like people that know him say that he's very, goes very in depth with it, and he really cares. So making these games stresses him the fuck out
Right.
because he wants it to be perfect.
Did any of y'all read to the this came out a few weeks ago, but he had like came out and said like, I'm so happy what we're doing with Smash Ultimate, but I'm worried about how this
health.
ruins the future of the franchise
yeah.
because how do you ever top what we're doing here? And
How
so
do
I
they
think-
though?
Well, they don't. And so my thing is, I'm like with you, Tyler. I think like this is basically him saying this is probably going to be the end of it for me. I'm going to go all out and give it everything. And then I'm stepping away.
The
and
thing
then
is-
it's for somebody else to determine.
Yeah, there will
if
be
Smash
more
even
Smash
turns into a
games.
different type thing, or what happens down the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Smash will always be around as long as Nintendo exists. It's just other Smash games, if they don't include all the stuff that this one has, are always going to get knocked for it. I agree. So that's like, I don't see why you would ever make another Smash game and not have all the characters and not have all these things because we're getting something that's going to be so amazing.
Yeah,
like,
for
why would
sure.
we want anything else?
Yeah.
I have a quick question. I'm not like a huge fan of Smash or anything, but I did hear Luigi hit the
died.
Oh, dying?
He died, yeah.
What's up with that?
He's alive.
He's not dead.
He's alive. The way they,
It's just a.
all these trailers where they introduce these villains, characters always get fucked up. It was the
Oh,
same
yeah.
thing when they introduced Ridley, like Mega Man and Mario get destroyed.
The thing is with Luigi, the only thing that made the difference was you saw his like soul leave
saw-
his
you
body.
that, dude.
Saw
It was like
his ghost.
scary.
Yeah.
And he was all alone.
Because King Dedede would be dead too after that fucking.
He got smacked
Got
in the
clawed.
head.
King K. Rule.
Yeah.
And you'd imagine Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong would be going pretty soon.
Well, they'd be
after.
blind because
Yeah.
their eyes broke. through
Yeah,
the
I guess it's just
glass.
fun. I feel like Kotaku was the one that like really emphasized that
They
story
did.
of like breaking news. Luigi's dead. I was like, okay.
Everybody
Really
talked about this because I was like, even in some just random group me's of friends and them, and people like my friends are talking about it.
like,
It's
oh,
like,
shit,
they did
Luigi's-
Luigi wrong.
I saw somewhere
like-
online. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
I clicked and I just had no idea what was going
Nintendo
on.
UK tweeted like, "Don't worry, he's fine."
How nuts would that be?
Oh.
Like Smash Ultimate, every character except Luigi.
Except Luigi.
Luigi's out. God. All right, so that's Smash Ultimate. We're all very excited for it. Obviously, releases December. Tyler, you got to know this. December what?
7th.
7th. All right, sweet. All right, we're next gonna jump into the birthday girls. Big topic.
Hey. Okay, so they announced this week that the Oscars have added a new category to the Oscars, and
Oh, wow.
a lot of people have very mixed opinions on this. So I kind of wanted to know y'all's opinion on it. But they added the I think it's best popular film.
Popular, yeah.
And then not only that, but they took away some awards too.
Oh,
Some
did
of the
they
smaller,
really?
some of the smaller ones.
I
I
didn't
don't
even know
exactly
that.
know which ones. But it was like announced that after they did this, ABC apparently has a huge part of why this category was added because they sat down with some of the executives for the Oscars and were pretty much like, "Hey, y'all should add this," and then they were like, "Okay."
So wait, was this the only one that was added? The only category?
they're
Yeah, this is the
popular.
only one that was added, but the problem, the thing, it's not really a problem. I honestly don't think it's that bad of an idea. I think it's the ratings for the Oscars have just like slowly been going down, and
I mean,
over the past couple
I feel
years.
like people have more like of a problem with the categories being taken out instead of.
Well, no.
just
If
one being
anything,
added?
I think they need to get rid of some of the categories because it's like this thing
It's
goes on for
so
like what
long.
3 hours.
It's so
It does, but
fucking
they don't
long.
even show all the awards.
They don't,
right?
but at
Yeah.
the same time, it's just some of it seems like you could even combine some of it.
Well, I'd be
like it
curious
doesn't
what,
need to be
which ones they
Yeah,
took
what's
out
taken out.
because
Here's
I
my
didn't even
question.
know about that.
Have they already chosen? Or
They must have.
I
I don't
think
think
so.
it's like
When
a
I-
death cut.
When
kind
I
of
first
thing.
looked this up, I couldn't find which ones they took out, but I think like over because I think this
How
was
close
announced
are the
like Tuesday or
Oscars?
Wednesday.
They're always in
like
they're at the
February.
beginning of
Yeah,
the
it's
year.
like-
okay. I mean,
It's a while away. But I think like this whole thing has opened up the possibility of movies like Black Panther. Like if you look up stuff about this,
That's
it's like
what I
that
was gonna
shows
ask.
pictures of Black Panther as like best like
Right.
most
Yeah,
popular
so-
film.
or whatever.
I like the idea of this if by popular they mean things like movies that we would generally see and be like Star Wars or
I think
or,
that's
think
what
that's
it is.
what
or
it
like an
is.
Infinity War where like those movies are great but they're not going to get any award
Right,
So-
recognition.
and
So it's
so-
like, is that a spot for it now?
Yeah.
Well, for the
Yes.
picture when they announced all this, what they put on there was
Wait, what's happening?
oh shit, that's an ad for a Prius. But when they were like the announcement for it, they used a picture from Black Panther.
Yeah.
So that's probably.
So I
in
think
line
it's
with-
if anything that's opening up the possibility of superhero movies
Yeah,
to
'cause
pretty
that,
much
that
get
could, that
recognized.
could mean like movies like Logan could have won something.
Well, and that's the thing. I was like
should've.
listening to a podcast the other day, and they were saying how like if Logan was nominated, but it didn't win.
it was like screenplay.
But and that's the thing. Superhero movies still don't ever even get
Yeah.
nominations for screenplay.
Right.
So if this happened whenever Logan came out, like I feel Logan
probably
would have
could've-
definitely won,
yeah.
which would have been awesome because
like
I
the-
definitely
the
think it
Dark
should
Knight.
have.
That's my thing. Is yeah, for sure.
No Oscars.
Those it's
Right.
like those movies just never get any
Well, no,
recognition.
no best picture. Oscar.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing with the Oscars. Like, I like watching them a lot, but it does come off as being like very pretentious sometimes. In the sense that normally,
I mean,
do
it's
like,
beyond
I like the
pretentious.
movies that get nominated, and normally I've seen the Best Picture and thought like this probably deserves it. But it does suck when you see other like this year. Obviously, we said Infinity War. That obviously is up there for all of our favorite movie this
Oh,
year.
yeah.
But we know like even what do they nominate 10 for Best Picture? Infinity War won't be.
They used to do 12, now they've been doing 10.
Okay.
And that's the thing. Superhero movies are never taken seriously. And if anything, a lot of actors, I know Rob Lowe came out and made a statement and was like, well, Oscars are done. Film is over with. Like, this is just happening because of mainstream media and stuff like that, pretty much. So they're saying this is like dumbing down the Oscars. But I think if anything, it's just giving a chance to the movies that will never be recognized because they're not considered like indie type deep films,
Right.
but they still are like groundbreaking in their own way.
I
So,
gotcha.
but it's another thing is too. I was kind of confused. I wasn't certain if it was based off of box office, but I feel like there's no way it could be because you can't even vote. Like that takes away voting
Right.
if it's just based off of box office.
yeah, which I don't think that's.
No,
gonna
I'm
be
sure
I
it would
think-
just be big movies that everyone sees and
Yeah.
likes, like, and people would just vote which one of those big blockbusters was the best.
Right. So I feel like this is
I like it.
interesting. I feel like it's interesting to add this.
And I was
for
going to
sure.
say too, like I'm looking at the announcement that they made or whatever. I don't think they're getting rid of any. I think there might be more that they don't televise. But they basically because when they made this announcement, they say the board approved 3 key changes: a 3-hour Oscars telecast, new awards category, the popular film, outstanding achievement in popular film, and then an earlier air date, February 9th instead of February 23rd.
The thing is, this
So-
doesn't.
Maybe they took that back.
This
then.
a popular movie category won't take away what the indies win. I mean, one
Right.
thing I like about the Oscars, even if it is like somewhat pretentious, I always really like that the indies are very like, focused on because movies like last year, like The Shape of Water, like Guillermo del Toro is a great guy, and
Right.
that's like really special.
And that movie deserved to win Best
Yeah,
Picture.
and,
I
like-
thought. I was super thrilled when it won.
I loved everything that was nominated last year. For the most part, I really loved. So I think they've been doing a good job with that. But
Me
I don't
too.
think there's any need. Like I don't think there should be a popular
Me
category.
too. I
am
don't
fine
like.
with
I
that.
get the uproar in a sense that like I just knew it would happen, but I think people should and will calm down because
Oh,
we're-
yeah.
at the end of the day, if this is right and they're really just adding one thing, then it's like okay, whatever.
Well, I mean,
like-
if anything, too,
It's
they're
2
just
more minutes.
they're
Yeah.
being smart about it because it is reaching to a younger audience.
Yeah.
Like eventually, they're not going to have the same audience.
And
That's
the
just
thing
how
is
it works.
too, like so technically, if you're looking at it as like movies winning Oscars,
Mm-hmm.
if you win an Oscar, that's for the movie. I mean, like normally, like the Star Wars movies or like some of the MCU movies will win something with either like sound
Music.
editing or like
It's
visual
always
effects.
with, like, visual
So like
effects
they get their
usually.
Oscar. So this is just giving them like a slightly more relevant Oscar.
if anything, it's
So-
making it to where they have to step their game up and actually
Yeah.
like be better than just visual effects.
I agree. So I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's interesting. I'm that actually excites me for the Oscars to see just
too.
what would gets nominated for it.
Where do you think they place it in like obviously the Oscars? It's like
The
a bunch
lineup?
of awards, and then it builds towards like best actor, actress, and then
Best Picture?
like best pictures.
Probably like a few before Best
Yeah.
Picture, I guess, because it goes like I think it goes Best Actress, Best Actor, and then Best Picture. So it'd probably be like in the middle of the show, a little bit before that, I
Yeah.
guess.
No, yeah, it seems cool.
Yeah, I like
Um,
it.
All right, so that's that. Next, Omar, what did you what do you have this week?
So the MCU, I don't know if you guys heard, but
I was reading about this today,
all of the
actually.
movies are being released in IMAX
For like
but-
the 10th anniversary.
which is super cool. Which means we could use our A list.
Damn.
But here's the
Unless
thing.
it's a Fathom
event.
Here's the thing. It's only out for a week. This is only for a
oh,
week.
yeah.
All of them?
Yes.
Only for a week.
So
From
they
the 30th
literally-
of August till the 6th of September.
Yeah.
How does that work? How do they
They play.
'em?
It's like
All day,
It's
probably.
like
Yeah,
an event.
yeah,
Like
it's an
all
event.
day, you
So-
have certain movies that you
Why
go
do they
see.
do it like this?
I don't
Why
know.
don't they
Well, here's
put
the
them?
thing.
Each one stays in for like 2 weeks and just
I would
as it
take
leads
so
up.
long though.
Well, yeah, but that's fine. That's like
I don't
build.
know.
That would be perfect for the fourth Avengers, like building hype for it. You know what I mean?
They'd make so
That's the
much.
thing,
They would make
I
so
think-
much money.
I think they're just doing this as to be like, happy anniversary. We're
Right, I
doing
mean,
this
that's
special
exactly what it
thing
is.
for you, and then if you get to make it, you get to make it. And
Yeah.
then they're even doing it, I think, to where you vote for the
Yeah.
last two.
Yeah. So on the last day, they're gonna have 2 movies, and you get to vote. And I think I forgot what the 4th option was, but I know the first 3 were Captain America: First Avenger, Iron Man 1, and then the first Avengers. I think the 4th was Black Panther,
Okay.
which I don't know, seems kind of odd. Like they skipped a bunch of movies to.
Well, yeah, but Black
the Black
Panther
Panther.
made the most money besides
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Right.
Have they
So-
announced what like are all theaters that have IMAXs getting this, or is it only
No.
certain?
I don't think
They
so.
haven't. I
know.
don't think they've. I tried finding to see which like cities
Well, you've
it
got
was
to
going
sign up
to.
for it through IMAX. I think
You
It's
have
not-
to sign up
I
in order
think
to
so.
see. Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's dumb.
Yeah.
What do you have to sign up for?
I guess
Just I guess like
like
I
the
don't know.
newsletter. I don't know.
The Times. I guess I don't know.
Dang, man,
But,
that'd be
um,
cool though.
I'll
Well,
tell
yeah,
you
it just
what.
says secure your seat through Fandango.
I can't believe you just said Fandango.
Fandango.
Fandango. I'll tell you what though, this is exciting and all, but like bring all the freaking Dark Knight back. Like I want
Oh,
all
dude,
of
I love
it.
that in IMAX.
Yeah,
Oh,
because they
I
brought
know.
it back just to like 3 cities recently,
I
and it
know.
was like
I-
I would have died to see that in IMAX.
I know. We
Friggin',
saw it in
you know
IMAX.
what?
The
All
Dark
right.
Knight.
Fuck yeah.
I watched it a couple nights ago.
See,
It's
I
so fucking
didn't.
good.
And I wish I
Dude,
would have.
I mean,
and
yeah,
it sucks
so good.
because I want that. So yeah, that was my little rant. But I'm excited about Marvel. That's
I'm
exciting.
sure they will at some point. I mean, who knows? They always like, I don't know. I mean, I guess there wouldn't be really a reason for them to bring those movies back, like the Christopher Nolan movies.
Other than the fact that they're great.
Well, yeah. I mean,
know?
other than that
I mean, they
fact,
could end up doing it. They just
like
yeah.
a Christopher Nolan marathon. Or
I
some
know,
shit,
it- that's-
you know?
I guess we just passed the 10th anniversary and they only did it in the 3.
Which was
And that's the
stupid.
thing that whenever they do events like this, it's always like in 3 major cities, like Chicago, New York, and somewhere else. And it's always
New Orleans is a major city.
not for that though. It's
I know.
always in places in like LA and stuff, and
I
they
was-
never have like stuff here for that, which drives me nuts.
I was looking up a list.
I saw
the
that and I
other
got
day.
so excited. And
I was
then
looking up a list the
disappointed.
other day for the top 40 cities, like when it comes to food, right? Because I was just like really hungry and it was like late at night. All right, and yeah, number 1 was New Orleans.
Yeah.
Like out of all the fucking cities,
For food, yeah, that's our thing.
I don't know, but I mean, there's so many other cities with like some.
It doesn't matter, dude.
It's and we're just used to. I mean,
I'll
I
say
still
fries,
fucking love
yeah.
Cajun
Southern,
food.
man.
And we
but-
fucking eat Wendy's like every other day. But yeah,
You eat Wendy's every other day?
I do.
Jeez,
I really enjoyed it. The 4x4.
What is this conversation?
I don't know.
It's taking
But
a
either
turn.
way, so yeah, Marvel coming to IMAX is awesome, and I love that they always try and do stuff like this
Yeah.
to keep themselves relevant. Even though Marvel's probably the most relevant, like
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They've got it. I was trying to find the
this thing you have to sign
yeah,
up for.
but I'm sure it's out there
Angel,
somewhere.
what
We'll
the
talk
fuck,
about it
bro?
next week. All right, so we're gonna get into mine now, which I'm gonna talk a little bit about my dude Dave Bautista.
Oh, what a man!
This continues with obviously this James Gunn stuff is in the news and there's no getting around it. So
We have talked about this for the past 3 episodes because that's how important it is to all of us.
I didn't have Star Wars this week though.
fuck you.
Found a way to talk about it though.
I've heard so many things like in the past 2 days about how I don't know, just so much shit about how they're gonna hire another director, how they're gonna hire him again.
They
how
yeah,
they're
they've
not,
just
how
keep
they're gonna hire him
going.
for another Marvel movie.
No, I think it's more like they're
bunch of
saying he's
bullshit,
still going to be
yeah.
involved with Disney because the whole thing. I guess Matt needs to read.
Yeah.
What
No,
he's
that's okay. So basically, earlier in the week, and Dave Bautista's been very vocal about since James Gunn got fired. He's been vocal about it. The whole cast, granted, and like to credit where credit's due, they've all made some noise. But Dave Bautista was the one that was like, "No, fuck this."
He like took a stand.
yeah, he was legit like, "I'm not okay with this."
A last stand.
last-
That's X-Men. I'm sorry.
He took to Twitter earlier in the week and he said, and I quote, "You, Dave Bautista, I will do what I'm legally obligated to do, but Guardians without James Gunn is not what I signed up for. Guardians of the Galaxy without James Gunn just isn't Guardians of the Galaxy. It's also pretty nauseating to work for someone who would empower a smear campaign by fascists." And then he hashtags cyber Nazis and just
Oh
says
my
that's
God.
just how
I
I
see
feel. And so basically, and this was before Disney had announced that they were going to use his script, but he basically was saying if they don't use James Gunn's script, which by the way, anyone who doesn't know was already finished by James Gunn, it's done, it's whatever. But he was like, if they don't use the script, then I'm going to find my way out of the contract. I'm going to ask to be recast because I just don't want to be in it. I think that was on Tuesday and probably Wednesday or Thursday. Disney came out and confirmed we are using James Gunn's
Right.
script. Which then opens up a whole new can of worms because and I don't want to look up Disney's exact statement when they fired him, but it was basically like what James Gunn has said in the past is not in line with our views and we are not going to work with him.
That's like pretty much.
But
exactly
you
what
are
I'm
working with him and you're going to pay him like $10 million to use his script and have his name on your movie still. So then it opens up this whole thing. Well, okay, so if you're going to use that, then why not just rehire him?
I personally really don't understand the significance of firing him, but using his stuff and then saying, "But we're not affiliated with James." It just doesn't make any sense.
I agree.
Like you need at that point, you either completely cut ties or you
Go all in
rehire
or
him
don't.
back.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
There is
It's
no
just
middle
weird-
ground with
it's-
this.
Yeah, you're just like kind of sitting on the fence with it, and it is weird because I don't think you're really pleasing anybody at that point. You know what I mean? Because they're not going to please everybody. There are people that want like after what James Gunn said, they were like, "Well, we don't want anything to do with him now." Like, good on Disney. And then there's the people like, "No, you overstepped the boundaries, whatever." So who's pleased right now? Really nobody, right? Because everybody that wants him is like, "We'll just let him direct," and then everybody else that doesn't want him is like, "Well, you can
Wants
sub his name
nothing
on
to
it."
do
Like,
with
why?
him,
No,
right.
fuck that. And I'm not saying who's right and who's wrong, but it's just kind of weird that they're half in right now. And what it really does for me is it leads me to believe still that I think they will rehire him, even though they've kind of been adamant that, like, in downplaying any rumors that they are. I just think this is too weird of a step in that direction
It is.
for nothing to happen.
And the fact that they're also saying, like, I think they're considering still having him on for other Disney projects. What the hell is James
Well,
Gunn going to direct
right,
other
and
than
that's-
Guardians?
That's the weirdest
Come on.
rumor that's going around right now is James Gunn in talk to be hired by Disney for another Marvel
He's got like
project.
Ratatouille 2 or something. It just doesn't make any sense.
And
I'm just
granted-
saying, like, it's because they're not even saying just Marvel; they're saying Disney.
Yeah, and granted, before all this happened, he was basically going to be the head of the whole, what do they call it, the cosmic side of the MCU. Hadn't they said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was going to be doing other movies. I don't know. And then it would be really weird if they go into like, okay, well, he can do that, but he can't do Guardians 3. And it'd just be like, well, fuck you.
Well,
You're
and
taking
that-
this child basically.
It just
from-
makes absolutely no sense how they're saying they will have him involved in other. Like, what was the punishment? I just don't
Yeah.
get it. Like, they're like slapping him on the wrist, saying you shouldn't have done this, so we're not going to let you finish what you started.
Right.
But you get to continue doing something else
yeah,
for us. That makes no
it's
sense.
just weird. And then I was reading something else because Disney owns Marvel, but they are still like there's a Marvel entity inside of Disney. And I was reading that like Disney, the actual corporation, is receiving pressure from like the more centralized Marvel part of it to rehire him. So it's like the very top of the ladder Disney that's like, no, he's gone. And then it seems like the whole MCU cinematic, everybody up there, I imagine like Kevin Feige and them
Right.
are like, we do want him back. So I don't know.
Has he said anything?
James Gunn?
No,
I don't-
Kevin Feige.
I don't think so. I guess maybe he can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of weird. You'd think he would. But I think the bigger kind of weird thing about this is so like obviously Dave Bautista's thing was more of like he was saying like literally he was saying they use the script or I walk, and so they're saying they're using the script. But obviously he's still unhappy.
Yeah.
Right. So then it is kind of weird that you think like is he going to be okay with this then? And I know actors are like a whole different breed basically in the sense that like when we think ourselves we're upset about something, it's hard for us to like think like I'd get in front of a camera and act my best. You know what I
Right.
mean? But I'm sure he can. But then it's like, do you want him doing like press tours and stuff?
Right. Like,
Like-
if your heart's not really in it, and for something like this,
Right.
I don't know. It just means so much to people.
Yeah.
What you want someone that's gonna half-ass it.
And
kind
you're
of thing.
doing this movie that we're assuming is going to be funny or supposed to be funny as
Yeah.
fuck. Like these goofy, silly movies. It's like that whole vibe being like involved in the set before it's even started.
Yeah.
just seems very weird to me.
And could you even see anyone but Dave Bautista being Drax?
Oh, no.
Exactly.
That's the fun.
That would
that
make
is
me
the
have an
biggest-
OCD
yeah.
fit.
Well, not even just that, but he plays. He
You
plays
know what
that
I
character
mean?
so well.
No, I do.
The one thing I fucking hate more than anything in movies is continuity errors.
And that'd be the
I
biggest.
hate it. Like the one thing, like, and as much as I love Mark Ruffalo, I hate that that's the big continuity.
It bugs
fuck
me
up,
too.
That
I think
Ed
it bugs
Norton is
all of
not
us.
the Hulk. I don't know.
No, it's weird.
But
so
this is even more so than
yeah,
that.
it's worse.
This is like.
because it's more current.
the thing with this is though, there's no way that would happen.
No.
There's
But
no way.
and not even just that, but acting wise, I
is
feel
the
like
character.
he is Drax. Like,
He's 100%.
no one else could play that character as
I think
well as he
Drax
does.
is such a big part of Guardians of the Galaxy now. Like,
Especially
there's no
with the
way.
second movie, his
Oh, yeah.
character was so like not so much better, but it definitely developed a lot better.
well, they
so.
put all the humor with his character,
Yeah.
so it's like it takes a big notch off what it could be.
I tell you what, the funniest thing about all this, and minor spoilers right now, it's just funny how Disney and Marvel have just completely. It's not even trying to pretend that anybody's going to stay dead from Infinity
Yeah,
War.
you're right.
Because they've even announced like Nick
Right.
Fury and what's her face. I don't know what her name is, but
Robin.
Colby Smulders. They're all going to be. We all just said Colby,
I said Robin.
except for Bailey said Robin. Her name's Kobe Smulders. That blew my mind.
Oh,
a
Colby
few-
Beef.
few months ago. But no, so basically, and I guess they have to. It was like never gonna hold, but it is
Because
just
they
kind of
announced
funny.
that they were going to be in Far
From Home?
From.
Yeah.
I almost
'Cause
said near
it was
and
just-
far.
There's this whole like everybody's fighting about this, and I'm just back here like, he's dead. Doesn't matter.
And that's
You
the
know?
thing, like,
Technically
and no
right,
one's
yeah.
even worried about that at this point because everyone's so like, especially with the Guardians stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we still don't really technically know what's going to happen to Gamora, but
Right. Well, so, and that's my thing. So, last question for you guys: is there a possibility that just Drax stays dead if
There's
all this
no
doesn't
way.
pan out? Because he's not going to get recast.
what's the point
But
though?
they do. No, I don't think
I
this is
don't
going to
know.
happen. I'll just like preface it with that. But they do have the easiest out that they could possibly have. Like if they
I
wanted
didn't
to
think
force
about
his
that.
hand, that he's saying all this, they could literally be like, okay, we're gonna have you contractually obligated for one more movie. That's gonna be you coming back. Doing like a reshoot real quick for Avengers 4, give you a proper send off, and that's it.
See, I understand that, but technically, like, if he is the only one that stays dead out of all of those characters, what is the significance
sure.
of he being the only one that stays
There
dead?
would have to be some weird
like
reason
the only
that
thing
we
I
don't
could think
know.
of is if he was so torn up by his family dying that they were like he just chose not to come back
Right.
kind of thing,
I actually
which
kinda
I
like that.
I guess could be the thing that they're
Well,
like
because I guess we don't know yet where they all are because the popular fan theory online is that everybody's stuck in the Soul Stone.
Right.
So he technically wouldn't be with his family if that's true. But if he's just gone and he's with his family, or
Right.
maybe in a sense too, even being in the Soul Stone, you can. Yeah, it's all fantasy shit. Then maybe you can feel his
right.
family, and he's
There's
just
some
like.
way that he could somehow be with his family in an afterlife
Can you imagine
of
how
sorts.
cool that would? Like, not cool, definitely not cool, but how touching that would be if something happens in Avengers 4 and they're basically all being like taken out of the Soul Stone,
Mm-hmm.
and like Star Lord and Gamora and all them are going, and then they just turn around and Drax is like,
Nope.
"No, I'm good."
Exactly. Which I'm thinking that's the only actual way.
Damn, I
This
kind of
shit's-
like
this shit
that.
writes
Oh my
itself.
god, yeah.
I'm just saying that's the only actual way that it could be
I
like
agree.
makes sense.
I agree, and I'm
Other
not
than
saying
that,
I want
there's
this,
no
but
way.
And they're good about doing things the right way. So hey, it's just an idea.
I
Just
just
an idea
wrote
of
it
how this
for
could
them.
work. We all did. Give Mr. Bus some credit, Disney.
Yeah, let them know that we just wrote the rest of this movie for them.
Oh man! All right, so those are our 4 big topics this week. We're gonna get into some extras. We're gonna start off with movie news. Movie Pass slashes its offering to 3 films a month. They're not gonna raise the price anymore.
So it's
still gonna be-
$9.99?
It's $9.99, but you can only see 3 movies a month.
My God,
So
that's
for
bad.
AMC stubs, twice as much, you get to see 3 movies a week.
Right.
And it can be IMAX and whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
And you can book your seats and everything. So Movie Pass, obviously they pivoted, they had to, but yeah, fuck them. Not
Yeah.
fuck them. Good job. We love you, but you're
It's
Yeah,
just-
kinda
they're
is
they're
what it
too
is.
downhill at this point.
Yeah.
Catelyn Jenner wants to play a Marvel
Caitlyn?
villain. Caitlyn Jenner.
Catelyn.
Catelyn. I was thinking Game of Thrones.
Catelyn Stark.
Somebody
Oh,
save me.
yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner wants to play a Marvel villain. In quotes, the baddest ass lady you've ever seen. Or was that a Bailey?
What?
Or was that an
No,
Omar
no,
quote?
no, it was her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she quoted.
Really cool. That, I mean, hey, that could be cool.
Yeah, she said that.
That will not happen.
Dude, so many people were roasting her shit on Twitter.
Well, there's
I
so
saw
many
that.
people that also come out and say they want to be a part of the Marvel universe. It's like they're never actually gonna be. They
Right.
just say that they
Yeah,
would
they're
like
just
to
basically
be.
throwing their hat out there,
Yeah.
like, hey, I'd do it.
Like, hey, by the way,
Howard the Fuck, thank you, Omar, was featured in an early draft of the Infinity War script. I would say fuck too. 'Cause
Corey
I
would
wouldn't
love
want
that.
This was actually cool. It was like a scene where he was playing poker and Peter Quill interrupts him and he was tracking down some information.
Ooh.
Yeah, that had to do obviously with finding Thanos, I believe.
Have any of y'all watched the deleted scenes from Infinity War yet?
No.
No.
We should all watch those together.
We should.
If anybody out
I'm
there has
buying the
seen them,
Blu-ray
email us. Let us
Tuesday.
know what you think.
Oh, nice.
Fuck yeah. Although if that's going to be part of the IMAX thing too, right?
Uh,
Infinity War, I gotta
I would
imagine.
assume so, yeah.
I would just see that again in IMAX because.
Oh, dude, I
think
fucking love
okay,
that.
Infinity War. I'm not gonna get into this very long, but it's the first movie ever to be shot entirely with IMAX cameras, like feature length movie. Obviously, they make IMAX movies, but so the entire thing in
Right,
IMAX you
right.
see with the aspect ratio and
I
everything.
mean, that was
so
amazing.
fucking good.
The one movie I do want to see in IMAX is Captain America
yeah.
Winter Soldier. Just because
Yeah,
it's my favorite. But
so
yeah.
fucking good. Moving on, Samuel L. Jackson and Colt. We already talked
Yeah,
about
we
this.
said that.
They're going to be in Far From Home.
Uh-huh.
Supergirl movies in the works over at Warner Brothers. This comes from Deadline. That's interesting. I guess it's not going to have anything to do with the TV show.
no.
Yeah. Okay.
Not too much has been announced about that though.
Right. Ben Schwartz is voicing Sonic in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yup.
I think that's kind of perfect. Just
I
gonna
do
say.
too. I saw that. I saw.
I'm not saying the movie's going to be good, but I think
I
that's
saw the
good
picture
choice.
of his face next to Sonic's
Yeah,
character,
yeah, I
and I was
saw
like,
that.
you know what? I see this.
Yeah.
I like it. So
This has been talked about for a while, but Idris Elba is like the front runner. They're really
For the
talking
new
about it
Bond.
heavy again to be the new James Bond, which ever since I started hearing rumors about that like 2 or 3 years ago, I was super on board with.
Oh, yeah.
I think it
this
makes
is like the
sense.
first time people, like actual legitimate websites, are saying he's
but
a
that's
front
gonna
runner.
be a thing like in 2 movies from now.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Because,
well Daniel Craig
he's got 2
against
movies
his.
left on his
Oh, he's got
contract.
2.
Yeah, I believe
Damn.
so.
I thought you just had Bond 25.
I think he should
And
got
one
one
after, I
Oh, we
think.
do. How does he get roped into this? Because like 2 years ago, he literally.
I'll slit my
I quoted,
wrist.
I'd rather slit my wrists than play
Oh my
James
God,
Bond
is that
again.
that?
Yeah, you
Jesus.
didn't know about that?
No.
Yeah, it was this whole big thing. He was on a press tour or
that's
something,
why I was like,
and they were
oh,
like, "Oh, are you
fuck.
going to be James Bond again?" He's like, "I'd rather slit my wrists."
And then so it's like okay, and then like not too long after he signed a new
Oh,
contract.
yeah.
I didn't even know for 2
Fucking
movies.
hilarious,
Jesus.
hilarious.
I think they asked him like right as he had finished filming Spectre though, and he was probably just tired
Probably
as shit, and
exhausted.
he was probably just like,
Jesus, that's so
We're probably taking it out of context. It's probably much more of a joke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't
so.
think you could publicly promote a movie and be like that about it. But really cool. Anyway, so that's the movie news. We're gonna get into TV now. Better Call Saul premiered this week. We have a podcast episode out about that. We're gonna be reviewing that every week. So go check that out. We don't have a name for it yet, but maybe
Oh,
somebody
we'll come
send
up
us an
with a good
email,
one,
or
though.
or we'll come up with it.
Or,
Fuck you,
yeah,
don't-
send
no,
us
don't
some-
email us. We don't want your ideas. We want to give us other ideas, not for that. Patrick Stewart is going to be in the new Star Trek.
He's coming back as
movie
Captain
in-
Picard.
Which
Yeah.
one? Which Star Trek movie is it though? Is it
he was. Well,
Tarantino's
it was
or
No.
okay?
no. He's
It's gonna
doing.
be
He's
the-
good.
He's doing
a show.
the
It's a
show,
show.
not
okay.
the movie.
Okay.
Because he was in like Next Generation forever ago, and he was in a whole bunch of movies for that.
And he's
Okay.
coming back. It was just like a super cool announcement because so many people loved him so much
Right.
from that show, and knowing that he's coming back as the same character.
Real
just
quick,
like-
since we are on the subject of Star Trek,
Yeah, go.
as for the movie, Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth are most likely not coming back.
Oh,
Yeah, I read that.
interesting.
I think earlier today. Just wanted to.
Wow.
Are you sure?
I mean, Chris,
Most
There's
likely
Chris
not. But I mean,
Pine?
who knows?
that's crazy. He's the
He's-
fucking.
I know.
He's. Are you kidding?
Not a joke. I'm not sure why. Like, I'm
I
not sure
don't-
what. where they're
This
going.
is
It
kind of
seems
hitting
like-
me a little hard.
It
right
seems
now.
like what's the point in making 2 Star Trek movies then? You know what I mean? Like why?
Well, it's
the
not
other
gonna be
one's a show,
connected.
right? Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
what?
aren't okay? They're making a sequel to the Star Trek movie franchise that's been
They're-
going
they're-
on,
yeah.
and then they're
they're
also
making a-
Tarantino's doing his
Which
too.
one are you talking about?
They're making a sequel.
He's obviously talking about the one that Chris Pine's in.
Right.
They're making a 4th movie.
Yeah.
But recently, they straight up asked Simon Pegg about Tarantino's, and he was like, "That probably won't get made for a while. I don't even know if we'd be in it because we're gonna be older and stuff. We don't know what's going on with that. Like, no one.
I thought they did. I thought Simon
No.
Pegg was confirmed that he was going back though.
No, because he straight up said like
I
we're
remember
gonna be
reading
older.
that Simon Pegg had said like straight up like I don't know what's fucking going on.
Yeah, nobody
Like, I think
nobody
he's-
knows.
he
Tarantino
said
wants
he
to make
wanted
one,
to be
but
in it, but he
yeah,
just-
the Tarantino thing is not like official. It's like on the table heavily.
I got you. Interesting.
Oh wait, I think they're officially out. I don't even think it's a movie anymore.
Chris Pine.
Yeah.
See you, boy.
Chris
Bye,
Pine
Chris.
and, Hemsworth.
Is that can we tell the people with assurance, or should we be like, hey, the little
Chris
pinch
Pine
of
and Chris
salt?
Hemsworth,
It's Hollywood
Hemsworth
Reporter.
are no longer fully going where no person has gone before.
It seems like
That's
they're-
from Hollywood
I don't know.
Reporter. If it's wrong, go.
There's
go
no
burn
way- there's
down
no way
their-
that stays.
their headquarters.
There's no way that stays like that.
That is weird. We're gonna move on though.
I don't know if I can.
The
move
final
on.
season of House of Cards has been announced for November 2nd release. Everybody's gonna
Fuck
finally
that.
get the long-awaited ending we've
Did
all
y'all
been
see the
dreaming of.
poster with
Yeah,
her
I did.
hand, bloody
I liked
hand?
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? It's just
It'll be
her
interesting.
with the bloody hand.
It'll be interesting.
It's the final season.
We'll
Who
see
knows
what
that
happens.
means?
Ruby Rose is going to play Batwoman on the CW
I thought that
show.
was
Is it
so-
they're getting a show? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that surprised the fuck out of me. Honestly, she was the last person I would have expected to be
So many
cast.
people are happy about
People
it.
love
though.
Oh no,
it.
I'm very happy, but that's like the last person I would have expected to be cast for like a TV show.
Yeah.
On
I do-
CW.
I agree.
She's slowly creeping her way into more and more action movies.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
I don't know. I guess she's just big right now.
Disney's streaming service will not have any Star Wars movies that are pre-2019. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So that means nothing. So that's weird.
9 would be the only one.
Why?
Everything after 9. Because I guess I don't know. It might have to do with
I
rights
wonder how
to
long
something.
Netflix has the rights to.
You
the
know what
last
it could
Jedi.
be? It could have to do with rights of just certain TV stations being able to play Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
like TNT plays them and Sci-Fi does. I don't know. It could be something to do with that. Maybe
It's just weird. It's almost like, why don't you say Netflix isn't going to have any of the major Star Wars movies?
they'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
I
Not
can't. I
Netflix,
can't
Disney.
imagine
No, yeah, I agree.
it being forever.
Well, right, because the Disney streaming service is going to be around forever, so they'll get they'll get all their shit. Where do we go?
John Favreau.
Oh yeah, Jon Favreau's Star Wars show will have a budget. Oh wow, of $100 million.
So 100 million.
Um,
So for every episode, it's gonna be 10 million.
Yep.
That's what they were gonna be doing.
Dang.
I can't
crazy.
imagine the set
I
design
know.
for that show. It's gonna be like Game of Thrones level shit.
It's fucking crazy.
I just hope it's
It's
good.
awesome though. Yeah.
I forget all the different Star Wars stuff that's in the world.
Yeah, I know.
John Favreau's just fucking crazy.
It's kind of hard to keep up.
Because he's
with.
doing this, he's gonna be doing Jungle Book 2.
Real quick though, this takes place after episode 6, before episode 7, right?
Yeah,
What he's doing?
apparently.
Oh, it
Yeah.
does?
Okay,
I
yeah,
didn't know they,
apparently
like,
that's
pegged it
official.
down
or
It's
something.
between 6 and 7.
Okay. Weird.
Which is kind of cool because we don't have like too much on that time
Right.
period, so
Yeah.
it's interesting.
And then Disney streaming service. Probably should have put this before, but they've confirmed there will be no rated R material on Disney streaming
Oh
service.
no.
I don't know if this is really that shocking.
Yeah, I don't think anybody
Yeah,
is.
I guess not.
Like, I don't even really know what
It's
they'd
not,
even
'cause
put
if-
on there.
if-
How much does
Well, if
Disney have?
Disney has X-Men,
Deadpool.
Deadpool,
Yeah.
and Logan.
I guess those are just gonna have.
Those are
different
the only
homes,
two,
though.
or
I'm,
three.
I'm
I
sure
guess
they
there's
just
two
want it to
Deadpools.
be kid friendly.
And that's the thing. It's very easy. Like those are basically the only movies they have to exclude,
so
and
I
they
don't
can
think
have
it'd be
this
that
whole
much of
thing
an issue.
where we don't have anything rated R. This is safe for your kids.
The thing is,
So-
though, I feel like if they ever decided to add rated R stuff, they could straight up just be like, send out a memo, like parents,
Yeah.
turn on the content,
Yeah, there's
content
no-
filtering. You know what I mean?
yeah,
There's no way
Agreed.
Disney would even consider putting that on in the beginning, though, just because their brand is so related to children.
Right.
They can't get away with
Yeah,
stuff
man,
like that.
I agree with it. I don't think it's really a mistake or anything. If you want to watch Deadpool or Logan, there's
Yeah,
plenty of
I
ways.
mean, you can watch it
I'm
in
sure if you want
other
to watch
ways.
that bad, you already
Pretty
own
sure
it.
Logan's still on HBO.
What do you guys
It
think?
is.
Just
It is.
because that's Fox's property as of now, or whatever. Like
It just
in the
seems like a
past?
weird announcement to make now when their arrangement with Fox has gone through. It's
Right.
approved.
Yeah.
So
That, and the
if they had announced
Fox's
this
stuff
months
is the
ago,
only reason that they even need to say it.
Yeah.
Because does Disney even have rated R stuff other than
I
that?
don't think so.
No.
All right, that's it for the TV stuff. We don't have a lot of video game news either, but
What the hell
everybody's
is
been
this?
waiting for this. God of War's official New Game Plus is coming out August 20th. It's
Oh,
very
cool.
soon.
It's actually really
Yeah,
cool.
10 days.
Yeah, so people
Apparently-
have wanted that for a long
Hey, I
time.
get paid
and it
that
makes
day.
sense. There you go.
The enemies are
Sorry,
gonna,
that
the
was
enemies are
random.
going to be harder and stuff too.
And you get to keep all
But you
your
keep all your shit.
Oh wow.
Even the
I still have yet to finish that game. Oh my god.
you get all your shit.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
No
No one listening probably does.
And then Blizzard is working on multiple new Diablo. I can't say Diablo.
Diablo.
There we go.
Diablo.
Diablo.
Titles. I've never really played those, but and then we'll get into some others. Well, we'll
There was
get into
Red
one
Dead
other.
stuff. There was Red Dead stuff. I don't know if you want to
mention.
mention
My bad.
that.
The Red Dead gameplay trailer thing came out yesterday. They showed a lot of gameplay from it. Looked really good. Looked like really,
looked
really
very
good.
cool.
Graphics were better than I thought because they had shown something like a few months ago where I was kind of like, this looks good, but like, slightly underwhelmed.
It'll be good. Because I know you haven't really played a lot of Rockstar games, but their plots are always incredible. Always incredible. Always very character driven.
I mean,
very
I can
diverse.
tell they always go for like these worlds that you're just gonna get lost in, and you can just like there's a main story, I
Yeah.
know, but there's gonna be
If-
so much extra stuff to do.
If ever you have a set of free time and you're like, I want to just play the plot of GTA 5,
I probably will.
you should do it because it's incredible.
I've started it before.
It's
I just
very
have
good.
never like
It's shockingly very good.
I'll play it, and this game will be fun. I was telling you the other day, like basically, I'm sure we're all gonna buy this game. Everybody's
I'm
gonna.
gonna
This game's
buy
gonna
it.
sell so well, but like you're gonna play through all the single player stuff, and then if it's anything like GTA 5, they're gonna release the multiplayer after,
Yeah.
and then everybody's gonna get lost in the multiplayer.
Battle
I mean,
Royale and horses.
fucking ready.
It'll
Sign me up.
come.
We're getting into some other stuff, which is basically just one thing. Poltergeist mazes are coming to Universal Studios.
Like based off the film.
No, so what they're doing, it's mostly Poltergeist, I believe. I just saw this like random article about this and I thought it was really interesting. But they're pretty much making these like haunted mazes for what is the thing? Haunted Nights?
Halloween Nights of
Horror. Yeah, I think
Horror or
so.
something?
At Universal Studios, and so they're making these mazes pretty much based off of different. It's almost like Ready Player One. It's based off different
Different.
old scary
Which,
movies.
which they do that every year, right? So they
No,
did it
it's
last year?
not. It's not mazes though. It's haunted houses. These are mazes.
Isn't there a Stranger Things one?
I don't know.
I think there is.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But either way, I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Really cool. All right, so that's our news this week. We're getting to honorable mentions. This is the part of the show where we each talk about something or some things that we've been watching, playing, listening, reading, touching, and beyond, and tell you how we feel about them. Let's see. I'm on here first, but I don't want to go. Oh no, this is shared. This is great.
Let's just do the shared one.
Yeah, perfect. I saw it in blue, and I got confused with this for both of us. All right, so we saw 8th Grade this week.
Yep.
A very like low budget indie movie that has been making a lot of noise.
Low budget, but
because-
filmed so
Oh, yeah.
well.
from
Oh my God.
Bo Burnham, right?
Yep.
His first movie.
Yeah. So this movie's been getting talked about a lot actually, and we all saw it. Or did you see it more?
No, I've
Okay.
not seen it.
Well, we won't spoil anything.
Yeah, we
but
won't spoil anything, but really fucking good.
Really,
Really good.
Really hits you hard.
Oh, yeah.
Like so many things that you've probably felt when you were a kid. It's just
Is it a true story or no?
no. It's
No.
more of just like it's
It's not a true story in the sense that this isn't like based on any
It's
one account of
realistic,
anything.
though, right.
It's
But this
probably-
movie is
Yeah.
literally just designed to showcase like a very realistic sense of what a lot of people go through.
and
in middle
it's
school and high
probably
school.
one of the most realistic movies I've ever seen
Oh, yeah.
based off of this kind of stuff.
I agree.
So it was. I don't know. The music was amazing for it too. My God, I loved.
I
Had
really
some
like
funny parts too.
Oh,
It
yeah.
did.
That had a lot
I
of hilarious
loved the
parts.
dad. Oh my God,
was
he
great.
was
He was so
fantastic.
He was fantastic. I think if you growing up you ever experience any type of awkward moment where your parents bring you somewhere and you don't really want to go but you feel like you should and you're kind of just like ugh, and it's like I don't know if you've ever felt uncomfortable. It's just so relatable.
It
was
is.
it was a very pleasant movie. I love movies like this and the Love Simons and the Wonders. I think it's all
It
very
reminded me a lot of Wonder.
all very pleasant movies that kids should see.
Yeah.
for sure.
I agree. That's the cool thing. So this movie's rated R,
Mm-hmm.
and so obviously that excludes a lot of 8th graders from going to see it. But the whole studio that made it, why are you laughing?
Wait, is it
What?
Yeah, it's
rated R?
Yeah, it's rated R,
yeah.
I don't know. I thought I read something.
They said the F word a couple times.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
mean
why.
it's not like overly rated R.
I know they made it free or something.
Well, that's the
on-
thing. So the studio, this past Wednesday,
yeah.
in every single state in America, they had a theater somewhere where you could go and watch this and not get carded to
Yeah,
go
it
see
was free
because
showings.
because of all the traction this movie's gotten, and it's like 8th graders should see this, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
100%. Like, yeah, if you're a parent and you're not going to take your kid to go see it because of the R rating, well, we're gonna at least give them a way to go
Right.
see it. Which I thought was really cool because I think all of us related to this movie in a sense that it reminded us in some kind of way of like that part of our lives. But I can't even imagine seeing this movie
When you're actually that age.
going through it.
And
Yeah.
it's, if
Just, like,
anything
fucking
too, it
crazy.
helps a lot of parents like if you're
kind of understand it, right?
It's like your parents are understanding what you're going through and what you're dealing with, and not only that, but you see like the parent-child dynamic and how it's hard certain times, but it's so worth it other times. Like I don't know, they just highlighted that really
Yeah.
well in this movie.
I agree.
I mean, the acting was really good in it too.
God, I can't get over how much I love that dad. He
What's
was
the-
great.
The dad was really awesome.
He was great. What's the lead girl's name? Does anybody have
Kayla?
any idea? What's her name in?
Is it it's Elise something?
Her name in the movie's Kayla. I don't know what her
right?
real name is.
I just want to look it up because she was incredible, and I feel like she's going to get more roles now because it was really good. Esley Fisher.
Esley, okay.
Esley Fisher. Really good. Really good movie.
Yeah, we all recommend it
Yeah,
if you have
definitely
not
go
seen
see it. It's probably the kind of movie that won't be in theaters for that long. I'd
Yeah.
have to imagine, even though it's getting talked about a lot, so who knows? But really good.
There was a little crowd in there when I went and saw it.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
You not see it with us?
No.
No.
Oh, you did.
I saw it by myself.
Angelo got there like 20 minutes late.
Yeah, he missed like most of the beginning.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Did you still like it?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Good. I'm glad to hear it, buddy.
Okay, and then I want to talk about Sharp Objects too, which me and
Ooh.
is anybody else watching Sharp Objects?
I don't
No,
think
I'm,
so.
I'm trying. I need to start it.
Image.
Yeah, it's different.
I'll start it by next week.
You should. Really, really good. The
So
fifth episode
good.
just came out this week. So the reason why I wanted to bring it up now is because we're a little bit more than halfway through,
Mm-hmm.
and they've already confirmed this is it. There's no. Not only are they not making like it won't be the same like the story's over, but they're not even making another season.
It's just,
this
like,
is straight up a
over.
miniseries. Dude, nobody wants that.
Angela's trying to feed people.
She fucking
So how
is.
many episodes are going to
There's
be?
gonna be 8.
Okay,
Eight
then
in
what I'll do is, I promise, next week I'll just watch an episode a day.
Yeah, do it.
And I'll just be caught up.
Fuck yeah, because it's so good. I said before, like it reminds you kind of True Detective, a little bit different, a lot creepier, I'd say.
Yeah, it's
really good
definitely
acting.
creepier than
It's
True
like very
Detective.
much like atmospheric storytelling. Like this whole place where they're at is just like so fucking creepy, and it's like I want to be there because of how interesting it is, but I don't want to be there because like I'd be fucking scared of, you know what I mean? It's like about this town that's like these 2 girls have gone missing, and then just like everybody in this town seems like sort of normal, but then they also seem sort of fucking crazy.
They're all
but they're all very
crazy.
relatable.
Oh, is
in
that the
sense
Amy
that-
Adams show?
Yeah,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
and Amy Adams is
God,
fantastic.
I love her.
so
dude.
fucking good.
She's good
What,
at everything.
Angelo? He
What's
keeps
the-
taking stuff out of our freezer and just holding it
That
up.
is a nasty looking banana though.
I don't even know why there's a banana in the
Well,
freezer.
it looked
to be
like a
honest.
chocolate banana, but I don't think it had chocolate in it. And then what's the detective dude's name?
I don't remember his name, but
thought
he
you
was,
liked him a lot. I
I
thought you
do.
did.
He was an actor.
He reminds me of my old boss. He's fucking cool.
I love him so much. He's so great. I did know his name at some point. Dang it. Hold on.
Yeah. I'll try to fill time while you do. There's balloons stuck on the ceiling. It's Bailey's birthday. Did anybody know that? I always said
God.
You
that.
said that.
We're
You literally
rubbing it
started
in.
it that way.
I know. Just had to bring it up
No,
twice.
thank you. It's okay.
Um,
My computer's not loading.
That's okay.
Oh, wait. No. Oh, Chris Messina. I knew that.
there he is.
He
He's
is-
great. I fucking love
He
him.
is fantastic because he was in the. I only watched like the first 2 seasons of the Mindy Project, but he's like the main guy in like the first 3
Oh,
seasons. I
really?
think. Yeah,
That's so
and it's so weird seeing him go from a comedy to this because this is not a comedy in any way, shape, or form.
I thought you were like fiercely rubbing his stomach just now. It's just his arm. Not weird.
But this is one of those kind of shows that they don't really have any weak characters.
Oh, yeah.
They're all very
And-
interesting in their own way.
And it's very like this most recent episode that happened. Like it was one of those episodes where like it advanced the story probably the least so far.
Right.
But it was so character driven and so still interesting. Like when it was over, I was like, not a lot happened.
like
but
nothing
so
really
fucking
happened,
good.
right? But
Still just as good as the other episodes.
I love me some of that.
Yeah, it's great. So, and I was thinking that there was only 6 episodes. I thought I'd read that somewhere, so I was very thrilled
been
to know we've got
depressing.
3 more to go. So, if you're not watching Sharp Objects, super recommend it.
Oh, yeah, for
Get
sure.
on it before it's over because it's very interesting. We're gonna get into everybody else's now. It looks like nobody has anything.
Yeah, I honestly do not.
I started Shameless season 8, and I'm 2 episodes in.
Did you watch the other seasons?
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, dude. No, I did.
How many shows are you watching right now?
Well, I'm watching other show. Like I'm still watching The Office.
No,
I'm
because you
still
were like
watching-
New Girl, The Office,
I finished New
Shameless.
Girl. I'm rewatching
okay.
Did you
The
listen to last
Office.
week's episode? God.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm
just kidding, it's your birthday,
rewatching.
happy birthday.
I'm rewatching The Office. I'm on season 8, but no, I started season 8 of Shameless, which I have seen the other 7. So thank you. For
Poor,
that. Really good though.
poor long lost Parks and Rec though, man.
Nah,
Oh,
dude, I'm
yeah,
gonna start
yeah,
it. No,
yeah.
I told you guys I'm gonna start as soon as I finish The Office
All
and New
right.
Girl.
Okay.
I'll finish it.
Tyler, you don't have anything?
I have no mentions, but this week I'm gonna try and see the Meg and Spike Lee's new film, Black
The
Klansman.
Meg.
Nice.
So,
Let us know how you saw it. Not good.
No,
he's
no,
scared
just-
of that shit.
Yeah,
Have
like,
you seen
fuck that.
Jaws?
Yeah, I've seen Jaws.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Scared
I'm
of
gonna,
sharks?
I'm gonna see those 2 this week,
Water.
and then so next week when we record, I'll be able to give a quick whatever.
quickie. Okay.
I'm scared of this.
Bailey, did you do anything?
Oh no.
Okay. I
Being honest.
yeah, the only thing I've really done, Dead Cells came out this week. Fucking really fun game. Oh, you want to talk
Angela,
about
Don't
it?
make that fucking face.
You sure? Okay, I was gonna let Angela talk about it because he's gotten farther than me. I die when I get to the fucking third biome or whatever they're called. Really cool, really fun roguelike game that's never really been my thing. Because I die a lot in video games. If you listen to a few episodes ago, we talked about Celeste. I died 3,000 times. So I can only imagine if I had to start over every time. They could never make that game like that. But no, Dead Cells is really fun, really cool looking game, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't know if I'll ever beat it. Not because I don't put like 15 hours into it, but just because I'll get to the end and I'll die.
I put 60 on Enter the Gungeon.
Jeez,
That is nuts. Well, especially because you probably beat it when you hit like the 15 mark and you just keep playing it. That's how you know it's a good game. That he was talking about Enter the Gungeon if you couldn't hear him. Also a really cool roguelike game. So that's our honorable mentions. Sorry we failed you this week. But that's fine. We're gonna get into some listener mail. We're not gonna read all of it. Because fuck you in the ass, Mark. Do you have it pulled up, Omar?
No. Wait. Are you
okay.
talking about Mark's email?
No,
I've
not
got
Mark's.
Nick's.
Yeah, read
I've
Nick's.
got, dude. Well, I'm not gonna read the whole thing because like.
are you talking about the Instagram message?
No, not the Instagram.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the actual email that he sent
okay.
first. He sent an email about Smallville and how he wasn't really too fond or planning, I guess, to go see Titans, the new
Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, and I don't know if he actually did see it. It wasn't clear in the email, but he made reference to Smallville, and he was talking about like how a lot of characters or actors from Smallville were used for other things, you know, like a Man of Steel. Amy Adams was in Smallville
Right.
too, just a bunch of cool things. So when he said that, really caught my attention. And honestly, here's the thing: I didn't think soulmates existed. I didn't, and then I met Nick. And this dude is just like, he's so fucking cool, man. And he shared a post on Instagram, I think about Supergirl or some shit. And we just started talking about Smallville, The Flash, Arrow, all that shit. And just the fact that he's that huge of a fan of Smallville, I love it so much. Because, I mean, I grew up watching that show, and there's so many cool things throughout, like, all 10 seasons. Like, so many cool characters and all that shit. And it really started... Like, it's the foundation of all the shows that came after it.
Oh, 100%.
So, I mean...
And the better version of all of them, too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
all the
so-
CW shows, even the ones that are a little bit more tolerable now.
Yeah,
I think
seriously.
Smallville, like, is the inspiration and the way better version.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So, I mean, that was really cool. And then he ends the email with recommending that we watch Smallville.
Yeah, so that I was reading that, too, and I'll just say, I think at least Omar's obviously is probably his favorite TV show. I've watched a lot of Smallville. I think I signed off in, like, the sixth
Season 5.
Yeah,
five.
right after a certain
Episode
character
14.
isn't on it anymore
Yeah.
because I just love them
Yeah.
so much. But I loved Smallville. That's like a part of my life too. When I was watching that I have like such fond memories of.
Yeah,
so.
I watched a good bit of it, but it wasn't in order, unfortunately.
randomly.
Well, yeah, whenever it would come on
See,
TV.
I would definitely not recommend like watching
Yeah.
like that, but it is the kind of show where like a lot of it is
That's how I
like
started.
just watching random
It's
ones.
episodic.
Yeah, because it's like normally it resolves itself in that episode, and then there's the overarching story.
Right.
But there is like the bad guy and everything, and so yeah, really good show. A lot of us have watched it, Nick, but. We definitely recommend if you haven't seen Smallville.
Oh, yeah,
and I
for
think
sure.
it's all on Hulu now.
It's
isn't
Yeah,
all on
it is.
Hulu, all
Yeah.
10 seasons.
So go and watch that. Mark.
No.
Mark.
Jeez,
No.
Mark. Did he send 2 emails? Oh, there it
He
is.
sent one long ass email.
Yeah. He titled it Ligma. Mark, I can't read this because it doesn't fit on my screen.
Dude, I got a headache.
and I've been
tell you what.
scrolling for about 30 seconds and
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to the end yet.
It's a little confusing.
What life? You have no life. You have no job. You're barely a bee. Would it kill you to watch this? This has never happened to me before, but this is also so wide that when your eyes finish on one line, you can't even make it over to the next side and figure out what line you're on because you have to turn your head so much. Mark, we're not reading this. If you ever do this again, you don't even want to know. Send us real email.
Thank you, though.
Yeah, thank you. I
For
guess.
nothing, honestly.
All right, so that's listener mail. I don't think anybody else has rated us on iTunes. I guess we're just
Which
we're
you
just
guys should.
average.
Yeah.
We're
Middle
5
of the
stars.
road.
We're better than average. Just whatever.
David Asala did.
He did
He did.
recently. Do you have the review up?
Oh no, he
rated?
gave us a 5 out of 5.
Oh, thanks,
Oh,
David.
we didn't do a review.
No, I don't
Oh.
think so.
Thanks, David. Write a review. We'll read it. Say
Yeah.
something. Anything. All right. So I think with that wraps up episode 18 of the weekly show, the very special Bailey's
little-
birthday.
Oh, good.
If you
Oh, good.
if you follow us on Twitter or Instagram or anything, just go give Bailey a shout because she deserves
Hey,
it.
seriously though.
Are you asking for birthday wishes now?
No. I meant like if people wrote, we could like read it out. It doesn't have to be about me. It can be about anything.
Wow. That's true. That's true. All right, but this was episode 18 of Mr. Bus. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week as always. We will be on join us on Monday night after the premiere of episode 2 of Better Call Saul. We'll have our episode of
Oh,
our
you'll
review of
wanna
that up
tune
too. We're all really excited about that. And until next time, signing off.
Sayonara.
Later.
Peace.